More listings are coming onto the market, but are interest rates raining on the party? Are they bringing the mood down? Well, let's talk about that briefly here in this edition, this episode of the Market Pulse here with Luis the Broker. How's it going? My name is Luis Torres. I'm a real estate agent here in the Chicagoland area. I'm also here known on social media as Luis the Broker, as I am a broker of ideas and broker of just trying to bring ideas to solutions and solutions to problems so that you can have a better, more smoother business life, even personal life. Why not? But I bring those ideas for you so that you can be better equipped. But right here in this video, I'm here to educate you on what's happening in the real estate market nationally speaking, but also locally speaking here, as I am a local realtor here in the Chicagoland area, like I said. So the big news is, yes, this week inventory levels are on their way up slightly, not enormously high. If you're waiting for inventory to just skyrocket and maybe hope that the prices start dropping for you, I got another thought coming for you. A lot of folks are thinking that this year, 2024, even though initially a lot of hopes were high that this year was going to be the year of 5, like some folks are saying out there, it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. Interest rates were coming from like a 6.3, 6.4, 6.5. Now they've gone up. Now, even as of this week, according to Mortgage News Daily, we're sitting at 7.08%. And even then, though, according to these numbers here, you can see it was at 7.14 on the 16th, and the 20th it was 7.11, 7.14, 7.16. So it's been creeping and steady around the 7% range. So that's where we are at. And that's the reason why, a lot of home buyers, once again, are very sensitive to the rates. And because of that, they're jumping back. Remember, we spoke about this a while back that, because rates were coming from a very negative from a dark place, being that it was 8% back in October of 2023, and then rates dropped, as you can see here in the Mortgage News Daily website here, 8.03. Here it is, October 19th, 2023. According to Mortgage News Daily, the 30-year fixed rate was at 8.03 nationally, right? And then it dropped, and it dropped even more so we saw a low in December of 2023 at 6.64, what was reported there. So that's where the numbers were, nationally speaking. And because it came from a dark place of 8%, 6.66, 6.64, we're looking great. And now that it's coming from a 6.6 and then expectations of 6.5, expectations of even 5%, high fives, and now that we're at 7%, that doesn't look so favorable. So that's why potential buyers are backing away and, just not getting in there. Now, I'm of the mindset that the more home buyers there are in the market, the more it's going to exasperate and cause prices to increase. So am I upset that there are less buyers in the market? Do I want more buyers to get into the market? Honestly, I don't. Because I feel and I see that if more buyers get into the market, it's going to crowd the bidding space. It's going to crowd the selling space, and it's going to cause prices to continue to go up gradually. It is that what, most of us want. Now, if you're selling a home, of course, you want to get the highest price possible. But once that home sells, it becomes the newest comp on the block. And it is another reference point, a data point that the future sales will be basing their numbers on. And that number keeps increasing even more so. You're going to continue to see prices continue to elevate. And that's exactly what we see here going on. So a lot of folks are saying that 2024 could be a carbon copy of 2023. One, Logan Morashami is speaking about that in Housing Wire, that 2024 looks to be a year where we're going to see a lot of the same headlines and just the rates and the sales and prices identical to 2023. He does not believe that the Fed itself has pivoted and it's starting to now cut rates because of inflation and the jobs report and all these things that also influence interest rates. He doesn't see that change that has happened with the Fed yet. They're still holding off, and we're going to see, even though it is an election year, a lot of folks have also thought that being that 2024 is an election year, that rates will be more favorable. But we know that the Fed is not supposed to be, influenced. It's supposed to be disconnected from the whole political mayhem and all that stuff going on with the parties and the debates and the hoopla, the hype that comes with that. So they are continuing to be very reserved and seeing where they are. But as of now, interest rates have been holding steady at around 7%. So it does leave in the field buyers that are still very serious about buying. And yes, because interest rates are the way they are now, still we see that those who are active in the market are more serious about buying homes and are okay with the interest rates being that way as well. So there are still lots of players out there, and according to the data in January, according to that, there has been demand. Now, according to Redfin this morning, I was reading in the article here. In fact, you can see here on the left side of my screen, I forgot to introduce this to you, right? But here, the left side of the screen, I do have the housing market update provided by Redfin as of February 22nd. Now today is Sunday. It is the 25th of February, so that's 3 days behind, but still the weekly report is still accurate. All right, and the headline here says, more homes hit the market as spring approaches, but 7% mortgage rates do keep buyers on the sidelines. Okay, so yes, new listings are coming up. It has their biggest increase in 2 months this past week that just passed. However, mortgage applications and pending sales have declined. So that's why it is stated that rates keeps buyers on the sideline, because we have seen pending sales not increase. We have seen mortgage applications not increase, and that's why the demand has tempered because of the interest rates. Okay, and again, is that a bad thing or is that a good thing? And I think that's still a good thing. So if we're seeing more inventory hitting the market, good, okay, and the demand is still low, okay, that can help at least not cause the prices to boil out of control. Does that make sense? And so I just don't see that price crashing anytime soon. I don't see also a flood of buyers getting into the market. Because again, if we do see a flood of buyers getting into the market, what that's going to cause is, number one, a lot of frustration with buyers and thinking that maybe their buyer's agent is not doing a good enough job to get their offer accepted. And that's just shouldn't be the case. But at the same time, buyers are going to be frustrated because they're going to be throwing out offers, and even above asking offers, and even unreasonable offers, with cutting off contingencies and cutting off all these things to get their offer accepted. And all in all, it's just not a good scenario for both buyers and sellers. Sellers might get the highest price, but at the same time, most sellers are also buyers. So once they sell, they also got to get into the buyer's market and also become that consumer that looks to buy, right? So the best market, in my opinion, is one that's more balanced, where they can equally, be able to purchase at their ideal prices, let's say. Okay, so that's where we are. It says here, many buyers are still sitting on the sidelines. Mortgage applications this week dropped 10% from a week earlier, and pending home sales are down 7%, according to Redfin here. Now, I highlighted here as well that there are Redfin agents out there that are reporting that buyers who are out there who are mostly interested in move-in ready homes. And that's the thing, because prices are high for some buyers, they are now more interested in homes that do not require so much work to be done, because they're already giving in almost all their, resources to get this property. And because of the high demand of homes out there, the extra money they would have saved for fixing up a home is probably not available anymore, right? So that's what it's being said here in this article, that what other agents have seen out in the field because of the current circumstances of the market is that they are seeing folks putting in all that they can, and they're trying to get some more out of the seller. Now, is it my recommendation? Again, if it's a seller's market and there's a lot of demand out there, you can ask for concessions. You can ask for the seller to pay for things to kind of alleviate some of that burden from the buyer. But again, it's a seller's market, so buyers need to be more aware of that, and they have to understand that if they ask for things, it could make your offer not seem as appealing as one that doesn't ask for so many things. So here it says in the Redfin report, according to this article, it says buyers who are out there are mostly interested in move-in ready homes because they don't want to spend money on repairs, renovations, in addition to high monthly payments. Agents also recommend, it says here, that sellers be open to providing some sort of financial concession to buyers to help ease the pain of 7% rates. So someone here Shauna Pendleton, a premier agent with Redfin in Boise, out of Boise, Idaho, says that she tells every one of the sellers to have an open mind to put on their buyer's hat. 9 times out of 10, buyers are asking for a concession in their initial offer right now, and usually the seller needs to accept it to seal the deal. Again, if it's a seller's market, and even more so if it's an extreme seller's market, which we see here in Aurora, Illinois, which we see here in Naperville, Illinois, in Bolingbrook, Illinois, all different places, we see an extreme seller's market with some places even having a inventory month supply, even below 1 month supply, right? And so the offers that do come in have to be very aggressive in order for their offer to be accepted. So if we see anyone that's coming in that's asking for a concession, the seller doesn't need to accept, right? Because they have so many options out there. And so even myself, when I was a listing agent and I saw the various offers that came in, I was weighing them one against the other, one by one, to figure out which one was the best for my seller. And then we chose the one that was best for the seller. But even then, we are able to still make that happen. So anyway, with that information said, that's the state of the market now. If you want some more information about this, feel free to reach out to me here, Luis the Broker, on social media. Make me a message here. Leave me a message, any questions you might have. And for sure, reach out to me if you're in the Chicagoland area. Do you want to know what your home is worth? 630-777-4597 is my number. Reach out to me and I'd love to help you out with that. So with that said, thanks a lot for watching this channel. And